Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Knuckles Family Fan Podcast, WandaVision finale episode. As always, I got the crew with me. I got Derek, Rachel, and Anthony, and we're gonna get right to it. Talk about this WandaVision finale. And if you don't mind, I'll start. I'll just give my quick thoughts on it before anyone else goes, because I know Derek's got a lot to say as always. I think he always got the most to say out of everybody because he's emotionally invested into this show. So he already shaking his head already.
Mhm.
So yeah, we'll save him for last, and we'll save him for last, as we always do. But my quick thoughts. I okay. Well, towards the end, we'll talk about the show overall, how we thought. But episode wise, I thought it was good. I was disappointed how it ended. I was expecting a lot more. That was like, okay, this is gonna tie into Doctor Strange because they were hyping this ending. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting a happy ending. It was kind of sort of like a happy ending. Like nothing extreme like really happened, but to me, it just showed me how powerful Wanda is. Like I guess everybody was saying, "Oh, Captain Marvel was the strongest," and no, I beg to differ with that. We actually finally got quote unquote action in this episode, which it wasn't the best action, but it was still we still saw some CGI, but it was still good. Vision is not truly dead. The kids are awesome, and Monica didn't really do anything much. She's kind of saved the kids, but she didn't really do much in this episode. And the fake Pietro was honestly disappointing a little bit. But there's one there. I do have a question what happened with that scene, and General Dickhead got arrested, so that was cool. um, but I'll stop for now because I have a lot more to say, but I just want get everybody's thoughts on it. So Rachel, I'll have you chime in on this.
I don't even know like where to start on it. I guess I don't even know. Just skip me for now because I don't even know where to start. I need someone to make like a jump. I need someone to like do a jumping point. Like,
uh,
Segway.
Anthony, you try to. I'm handing out the baton to you. Like I said, I didn't want to say much because I have a lot more to say. I just didn't want to say a lot because I might say the same thing you guys might be saying.
Yeah, I guess I can understand like not knowing where to start because yeah, your mind kind of goes all over the place with the finale.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Like I wasn't disappointed. Could the ending have been better as far as like leaving us on the edge? As far as leading us up to like the movie, yes, I do agree with that. I did not expect for, things to go the way they did. I did like the slight turn in events, like when Agatha, kind of was absorbing her powers. I really thought like she was giving her powers at one point. Um, but I did like the flip and turn of events with that. And yeah, like you said, like to point out of just how strong she is. The outfit was dope.
Yep.
Um, I think
Hmm.
I think they nailed it with the Scarlet Witch like updated version.
Yes, sir.
Um, yeah, it was fucking sick. But other than that, yeah, the Pietro part of it was pretty much a little weird. Like it's kind of like they wanted to focus more on Vision, and Wanda's, fighting scene. And they didn't have enough. I'm not gonna say enough money, but they didn't want to put that CGI of
Let's
him
not say
fighting as
Disney does
well.
not have enough money. Let's not say that because
That's true.
they always have
That's
enough
true.
money.
But yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think that like they didn't want to overkill the fighting scene. I did want to see a lot more from the kids. Them taking on the military. It was real short. It was kind of like you know, uh, Tommy used like his super speed, and Billy just kind of used his power to stop the one bullet. So just kind of like that was like a little bit of a letdown to show like their powers. But I mean, generally speaking, like when I say like I wanted to see a little bit more of like Wanda, and her powers, I did like seeing that more so. Her kind of going toe to toe a little bit with Agatha. Um, like the transition from going back to the past, And you know, Agatha is saying like, like she doesn't really know how to use her powers, and Wanda flipping that and saying like fooled you, like thank you for teaching me, but I know exactly who I am. I thought that was pretty cool. Could it have been drawn out a little more? Do I want to say this is the last of Agatha? I hope not. It
Nah.
would be cool if they bring her back. Obviously they are. And I think like, as far as putting in like a pretty decent villain into this show, I think they did do a good job. Her makeup even was sick at the for the final episode as a villain. So I don't want to keep going. I could keep going, but I'd rather somebody else take over.
Yeah. All right. So, Rachel, are you still not know what to say, or do you want to wait?
No,
Oh,
I don't know. All I gotta say is I want to cosplay the shit out of her outfit.
oh,
And I've already seen people starting to
girls,
make it.
girls gonna go crazy with this shit.
Girls
No,
That
but
gonna
the
go
you know that's
question
gonna
is going to
happen.
be who's going to do it good and who's going to do it like buying a cheaply put together outfit from like somewhere online. That's going to be the difference. Like,
Redheads are gonna kill it.
yeah, that's what wigs are for.
Yeah.
But
Redheads are gonna knock that shit out. Halloween.
but I'm already like coming up with things to like do for it. But anywho, the actual episode. So I thought like people were like all upset about the Ralph thing with Quicksilver and whatever, and I'm still kind of like suspicious about that because why would she bring in a like one? How is he still able to use like speed? Because like even if he was like being brainwashed or like controlled by Agatha, like how do you suddenly get superpowers? Like unless you put a spell on him or something.
Mm.
Um, and then everyone keeps saying like, oh, but like Wu in the beginning said that there was someone like protection in the tunnel.
Just breaking a bit.
People are like, oh, it had to be him, or like he's actually, he is Peter or whatever, Pietro, and they're just, covering him up and he blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, people are still pretty sus about it. So there's like different ways I guess you could take it. So I don't know about that. But I don't know. I'm glad they didn't kill Agatha off because then that means like she could come in for later things. I love her character so far.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of great that she basically turned her like her home bubble that was like her safe place. Now she basically turned it into like a prison for Agatha. So it's like a switch on what it was being used for, which is kind of like interesting. And then people like notice the comparison at the end of like her being out of her body, like reading the book is like similar to how Doctor Strange could like separate himself to like study at the same time he's like sleeping. So I thought it was like
so sick.
Well, she was woke.
yeah, no. So I feel like that makes her either stronger because she could do it while she's awake, or if that just means that like she has similar like on level with Doctor Strange and is getting more advanced as she like learns through the book. I don't know, but do you think they're gonna go as far as like with the book? Do you think they're gonna like have the whole? He looks like Cthulhu or whatever, but whatever his name is, that demon that's supposed to be in the book from the comics, and he's like a dark, the most powerful being.
Talking about Mephisto?
No. It's because isn't the book the dark something dark?
The Darkhold.
Yeah, the Darkhold. There's like the most powerful being that created magic or whatever.
Oh, he invoked Wanda with her powers when she was born. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, I'm like trying to like look up what the name of this.
I'm about to say.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was and then what's the Agatha said you don't know what you unleashed.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
I wonder what that means.
That was my. I said I don't want to cut off Derek, but that was one of the quotes that like I stuck in my head. I'm like, you don't know what you do. So for whatever what she did, it's kind of tie into the obviously the Doctor Strange movie. So maybe taking her powers was a big mistake because I don't know, man. Like when one, I should go. I want Derek to like finish go on what he said. Wait, Rachel, are you done with your segment?
I mean, I was gonna just like go on about more about the book, saying like,
oh yeah,
I was looking up. It's like some creature called the demon elder god, who's the first one to wield black magic, Cthon or something like that. He
Yep.
basically looks like yeah. Basically he like whoever like reads it, he basically gets in your head and like shows you the spells of what you want most. So like for Wanda, it would be like getting her kids back and Vision. And but yet the spells that he like makes these people want to use is like they could help get him out of the book. So like he's trying to use the people that read it. And I don't know how much they would take from the comics of that and like translate that into the MCU. So I don't know exactly but I thought that was really interesting since you hear like her kids like yelling for her at the end. If like the book's making her hear that, if she actually hears it from like another dimension, like another universe, I don't know. Yeah, so I think her using the spells from that book is gonna create the madness, you know, of her trying to get her kids back and like not being aware of what the book can really do, and just opening, you know, a can full of worms, basically.
I think she's handed the baton off to you, Derek. The anchor. And before you go, I think you hyped yourself too much. You were saying about X-Men, all these crossovers. I'm just saying, what's going to lead to Doctor Strange? I thought you put way too much on this.
Because listen, here's why. The actor that plays Vision said he would be acting with somebody he always wanted to act with. So he literally just trolled everybody. Like the internet was going crazy. So like, and then Pietro showing up. That was like which Iron Man was it? Iron Man 3? That was like that, basically.
That movie was bad.
The Mandarin, yeah. Yo, so trust me, I'm not the only you talking about disappointed. But Vision fighting, no one was thinking about that. No one was expecting Spectrum. So that's cool. I'll give them that. And if they ever say anything else to try to troll the internet again, we gotta listen, like, because that was a good one. We were sitting around expecting so much more. Wanda fighting Agatha, awesome. The CGI was decent, but I liked Vision fighting Spectrum better. Their conversation was heavy. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for stuff.
I thought it was funny though that basically the other Vision, when after having that conversation, was like, I'm having like a mental crisis. I don't know who I am. And he just like flies off. Like,
I am Vision.
Like, identity crisis where it's just like, I'm gonna disappear now and just deal with all that. I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah, it's like where he run off to, man? Like he just like, well, yo, I'm out of here. I'm Vision.
Like, of course, me wanting the whole debate with the boat was like to prove the point of like, just because you have the memories of something and the parts of something, like, does that actually make you the thing?
Right.
But a part of me still wanted the happy ending to be like, oh, now Vision's like in a body, so he could be with you now.
Right.
And it's like, no, he needs to go figure himself out.
I thought they were gonna fuse together or something. Like,
Same.
You're part of me, I'm part of you. Let's do some fusion and shit right now together. But no, I'm gonna fly off, be like, I need to find out who I am. But where do I go?
But that's weird though, because didn't he give him his memories back?
Yeah.
He gave him yeah.
But he's not the true Vision, he said. Well, then,
yeah, because like that's the whole the boat argument that they were having.
But
like,
they both got the memories. That the Spectrum Vision didn't have those memories. He was just like, I'm here with an objective.
But his actual physical form.
Yeah. He, so when he touched him, it was like, oh, Like,
It's Wanda's ex-boyfriend and Wanda's ex and her current boyfriend.
Oh, I gotta go.
That was
He's like,
that
yo,
was
you
funny.
made me way too much just now. I gotta get out of here.
that was the I gotta fly.
He's like, nah, this is too much for me.
This is
Yeah.
way too
That's
much
like when you're
information.
stoned and somebody says some truth bomb. You're just like, oh my god.
I mean, but overall, looking at this show though, I said to myself, in a way, almost everybody was kind of like a villain. You really honestly say, well, Agatha
Yeah.
just wanted Wanda's powers.
I was about to say.
Wanda, yeah, she didn't really. Well, she pretty much brainwashed everybody because what Agatha
Yeah.
is like, I just cut their strings. You held them hostage. So in a
Yeah, exactly.
way, much I hate saying this, Mr. Dickhead, he had more like you're holding people hostage. Now, granted, he was going to destroy Westview no matter what he wanted to do. He lied about Vision, so like that's not getting him off the hook. But I mean, like he was a villain.
He immediately tried to shoot 2 children.
Oh
and
yeah,
a
no.
woman.
I'm not saying I'm defending. I'm just saying like he said earlier, you're holding the whole people hostage, which in a way, yeah, Wanda was. I'm not saying he's Mr. Good Guy. I'm just saying everyone played a villainous role, like Wanda did by brainwashing people. Dick had for for everything he did in the series. Agatha, you see, it's kind of hard for me to call her a villain because like, what did she really do? I mean, just trying to kill her kids, maybe, but she just wanted Wanda's powers.
She wanted her powers to destroy the world.
To destroy the world, okay? Because it's like, why did you try to destroy her all this time though? Like you were able all this. I mean, you were around.
But
all
this is why
time,
I think why I know Agatha's gonna come back, and it's probably gonna be during Doctor Strange 2, or she doesn't understand what it is she's doing, and I feel like at the end we're gonna get like one of those cameos where like she goes back to Westview, and Agatha's gonna be there acting like her fake self, and she's gonna let her out. I'm scared.
She's gonna.
We all agree that Agatha's coming back. We all agree on that she's coming back at least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That shit gonna be crazy.
I was not surprised when I saw a scroll. I was expecting the scroll to show up sooner or later because that's Monica. Like she works with Sword and stuff like that. So the scroll, I was like, okay, cool, but I wasn't like, oh my god. I mean, it's obviously leading up to the events of Captain Marvel 2. But
yeah, that
whole point has like ever since has like Fury just always been up in space like during this time, like just chilling.
Well, he has
been. To, like,
he's on vacation right now. When we saw in the ending of Spider-Man Far From Home, he's just up there chilling.
Yeah.
On vacation.
A fan theorized that Nick Fury's been gone since what was it?
Infinity
After War? No. Early before that, they said he's been gone since before the Winter Soldier. When he got attacked and all of that, after that attack, they said he said he dipped after that.
Yeah.
He hasn't been doing anything since. But do you think it's kind of weird that with the fake Pietro when Monica saw the necklace, it's like were her eye color and the necklace the same color when she saw the necklace?
I think it's because she was able, since she's like photon stuff now, she could see energy waves. I think she was able to see the energy coming off the necklace.
Okay, that makes sense. But,
Photon's gonna be interesting.
I hope that she just completely takes over for Captain Marvel because
oh man, no one the hate for Brie Larson.
I think that's why they're doing this. I think that's why they introduced her like this.
Yeah,
it's Disney.
They're probably gonna have like wow, I'm like blanking on her name. The original chick.
Brie Larson.
There you go.
I just said Brie Larson.
I know, I'm having brain fart today. Yeah, I think they're gonna have her like, but then like it's probably gonna end with like Monica being like, "Okay, I'm here. I do now." Unless they plan on giving her own show, I don't know. But
well, I will have to see what that's so like. So pretty much, what you're saying is that you just don't see Brie Larson surviving very much longer.
No, because as a person, as an actress, like basically all of the actors in the MCU like hate her because she's like,
I think
it's like she came into the family of like the MCU team and she felt like she had to be like
the shit.
She felt like she had to like buff herself up to be like the tough, like I'm better than you, like
I'm
jokey
Captain
person.
Marvel.
And it's like, but it came off so just ass, and it put a bad taste in their mouth. So like the whole cast like doesn't like her, and they've been very open about it. I feel like
have they really been open about it?
I don't like hate her, but like if you watch back at interviews with her, like with the other people in the cast and different and stuff, the way you could just feel the tension and like the attitude and like tone of voice that they have with her, and like it's so obvious.
I gotta watch this. I didn't know.
I'm sure if you look on Google or somewhere, someone has like a compilation video of like all the.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they did. But let's not make her the topic right now. But because we have.
I don't know. Despite Captain Marvel. I just think WandaVision is, you got a different appreciation for Scarlet Witch now. I think now she's in her own lane, where everybody else had their own lane for a while, and she was just kind of like that background character, Wanda, whatever. That
I think
powers.
I kind of think that these shows are really meant for that, because if you really think about it, it's WandaVision. They were kind of like the side show. Falcon and Winter Soldier, they were kind of like the side guys. Now Loki, kind of the side guy, but people still love him. Now he's getting his own show now. Hawkeye was the side guy. It's like everyone that was like, this, I don't want to say sidekick, but like not the main cast. These shows are offering them in a better way of light. So it's like, hey, we're the shit now. And we understand that, y'all like Captain America and all those guys, but like we gonna hold our own too. But like, I think real fans,
they didn't have their own movies.
Yeah, they had their own movies. I think real fans know that Wanda was definitely strong. It's just like this show finally showcased that, and I feel as though, so you're gonna have more Wanda fans out there. Like Rachel said, who's not gonna cosplay that outfit? Who is not? Like that outfit was fire.
Yep.
I'm like, finally they got the crown on her, right? Well, the crown or whatever. Finally we see it. Finally she is the Scarlet, which we never heard Scarlet until the show.
She almost bodied Thanos.
Yeah.
During Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was an iconic moment right there.
If he didn't call his stupid Blitz thing, he would have been dead.
Right. Like
and Tony Stark would have still been here.
Exactly.
It's speaking of Tony Stark, the way how we see a bunch of like Stark Industries and other memories, it's kind of sad we didn't really see that, that maybe we didn't see much of, Wanda and Stark, altercation or anything like that, because he was kind of like the reason why her life was the way how it was. So it's like, I wanted to see, looking back, I want to see more of an altercation between Wanda and Stark, but we didn't get that. I mean,
they kind of like had their beef in the other movies when she became an Avenger. Like they had their little back and forth bits, I feel like, unless I'm remembering wrong. But I don't think it's something that you needed to totally hash out.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably
I don't know, but I just think that like even just the way they did the story for this one, I think for a conclusion, I think they captured that scene with her and Vision, and having to say goodbye to like her family.
Yeah.
As far as like a cinematic, like it was real sad. It definitely like kind of touched you. Even Cole, she got into it. My girl, like I watched all of them again with her today because she's not even into Marvel at all. Like superheroes was nothing.
You're a good boyfriend. You're a great boyfriend for doing that. But appreciate that.
I'm just saying, but but the love story in it, that's what captures, women too. Like as far as, just the idea that like she couldn't live without, brought him back and then had to get rid of him at the end. We kind of saw that coming too, that she was gonna get rid. So I think that was of giving us that side of she would have to lose something in this because she
Mhm.
did lose her family. If you think about it, whether she brings
Her
them
only
back,
family. Now, well,
yeah,
not her
but
only
if she
family.
brings them, if she brings them back, maybe in the new one, she didn't really mention that she was gonna bring the kids back,
Well,
but
I
technically
definitely
she
think they're
did
coming.
sacrifice them.
It's
Yeah,
obvious.
they have to. Yeah, they have to.
The Young
The way
Avengers,
the way they're setting
like
the way they're setting this up.
yeah, for the
It's
Young
fine.
Avengers, that one girl for the Young Avengers, she's gonna be in the Doctor Strange movie. Ant-Man's daughter, she's in the new Ant-Man movie, and then you have Miss Marvel
Oh,
coming out. Like,
stature.
yeah, statue. Yep, it's setting up for the Young Avengers, obviously, and then Kate Bishop, she's gonna be in Hawkeye. So the kids are definitely coming back. Probably just hopefully as teenagers we'll see them in the future. Hoping at least. I can see it. I can see
Bruh.
it
Yeah.
happening. I can see it
Oops.
happening.
Agatha said it all. She was like, you can rival the Sorcerer Supreme. So we're gonna see Wanda and Doctor Strange go at it.
But my thing is, so like, what's gonna be the story or like the plot in that movie? Because like I said, I was clearly thought that Wanda does something that's gonna fuck up all the alternate realities, and that ties into Doctor Strange. But like, the only thing that I saw from that ending was her kids yelling for help. That's the only thing that I saw that like, okay, that ties into Doctor Strange, but how it's gonna like play into a factor. And I thought that maybe she would go to Doctor Strange to learn more about this power, because he's the only one that can kind of sort of relate to like her powers in some type of way.
I feel
I
I
think
feel like
that's why
Wanda.
she's just reading the heck out of that book because she's like, why
Right.
bother going to Doctor Strange when I could learn literally everything
Exactly.
from this book?
That's what I was about
I,
to say.
I think it's just gonna be a situation almost like what she did with the hex bubble. Is she's gonna do something for
Big.
her that she thinks she's doing something good.
Yeah,
Bad shit's gonna happen because the book's gonna either unleash something or the spell's gonna backfire or she's gonna disrupt the balance of whatever.
she's gonna do
She,
something.
she yeah, and then Doctor Strange is gonna be like, can you put this back? Can you fix this?
we gotta remember Agatha's words. You don't know what you've done. Like those words are like kind of really. It's gonna play in some. It's gonna play in some factor, without a doubt.
It's gonna come back.
It's gonna come back. But I thought it was funny how you turn back Agatha into the news, and it was like, "Oh, hey, do you live it? Hey, hot stuff. Did you live in Omaha, or is it just that you?" I was just dying at that part. I'm like,
I love when
"Oh
people
god."
play that GIF and then be like, all of us when we saw her in the new outfit, like.
Yeah. Oh, that is that a meme right now? Let me see that. Let me see that
Is
right
that a
now.
meme?
I'm gonna see if that's a meme right now. I mean, we've definitely been seeing, the Agatha meme when she's been winking. That's been a true meme right there for like the past couple of weeks right now. What was I say? I'm really trying to think Agatha meme. Y'all don't mind me. Y'all keep on talking. I'm trying to look for the meme.
No, I mean, it was just, I don't know, this whole show, I think, I think it was needed, not just for Wanda's, like, to become Scarlet Witch and her finally have her, like, arc to be, like, become, um, but I feel like through all the Marvel movies and all this shit that people went through, like, the only people that we really saw on a true emotional level was, like, Tony with his PTSD and, like, high anxiety about, like shit going crazy. Um, with all the stuff that kept happening every movie. So we saw like what happened, how it impacted like Tony and a bit, obviously of Steve and stuff, but like all the other characters who are constantly like losing people and go through all the same battles as they did, like we never get like you don't want a whole movie of like people like crying and grieving, but like we never saw them like, just take a breath and be like, be real people, like you have emotions. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
always just like shit happens, oh we're kind of sad, okay, on to the next thing. And it was like I feel like this show, like, how all this stuff really affected everybody, especially Wanda, and it like made us connect with them on like a more human level of like simple grief, like going through depression, acceptance, like all that stuff. Like I feel like it was a great like we needed it.
I just felt so the Avengers could have been done better. Be like, hey, why can you check on her, see how she's doing? Clint, like Hawkeye, why couldn't you check up on her? I keep saying this a bunch of times.
But doesn't it like perfectly show though, like real life? Like we have friends all the time that like you think are fine. You don't check on them that often because you're involved in your own life. You're involved in your own shit. And like you don't notice when someone's like really fucked up sometimes. So
I feel so if Cap was still around, I think he definitely would check up on Wanda. I think if he was still around, he would check up on Wanda. I truly believe that. But so what you're saying, I mean, the guests they're all not a big happy family after all. They're all like, hey, we're just gonna do our own shit. Well, then again, I feel like the people that really would care for Wanda would be Captain America, and maybe just maybe Black Widow, but she's already dead now. But maybe.
But see, what Rachel just said highlights why I wanted a sadder ending, because no one but Vision has been there for Wanda, somebody who isn't even a human. So it was like I wanted that to be a way sadder goodbye. Like I wanted her to see her kid.
I wanted
her to see her kid.
I wanted to be depressed during this podcast. I want to be depressed. I'm completely fine right now. I'm not depressed at all.
I'm not
fine right now.
I think it was a good balance of a sad ending because I mean she had to lose her kids and like say goodbye to them, like them just like dissolving and disappearing. And she still had to say goodbye to Vision, but like they tried to twist it to like, well, yeah, but like, she doesn't know that. But that's what I'm saying.
Vision said, "I'm still going to be here." My other self just went somewhere. I don't know where he went to. Maybe get a big coffee break or something like that. Or he went to Wakanda. I don't know where he went, but I'm still around. But I'm just keep that. I'm gonna keep that secret. Okay.
But I wonder if what he said at the end kind of keys into that. He's like, kind of, what will I be next? As far as him being a memory, being turned real. So maybe that was like his, way of, hinting to her that like he may come back in a different form. So
it's possible.
And if you think about it, he might have been trying to save her from like even more heartache. Because like, wouldn't it be really sad if like she tried to connect with this new Vision, thinking it's like, oh, but you're Vision, you have the memories. But it's like, again, the both thing, like just because he has the memories and he looks like Vision doesn't mean he is Vision. And it would be more sad for her to like interact with the being that looks exactly like the person she loved, but like that person like doesn't love her back in the same way. Like I feel like that would be more horrible. Like so I feel like he just didn't tell her that because then she'd be like searching.
I don't want my dimension with my girl. Fuck that shit. Nuh-uh. She can have no man. She can have no new side chick now. And no side dude.
Yeah, but that's what it like threw me off, because I'm like, yeah, if he gave him all his memories, then the memories of them too would be in there as well. So I'm curious if that will kind of play out in the movie as well. Along with, like you said, with Hawkeye, maybe she gets to a point where Hawkeye tries to come in and, say like, sorry, I haven't been there for you. And she's just kind of like, well, it's too late.
Yeah, I know. Like he got her out of in Civil War. Like I said, Age of Ultron, he said, hey, you guys are Avengers now. Civil War, he went into Wanda's room and be like, hey, you gotta get out of here. Like you're your own person, you gotta step up and stuff like that. So I thought like Hawkeye was supposed to be some type of mentor, but it's like, now granted he just got his family back too. But I thought he could have done a better job. I thought he could have done a better job, watching over Wanda. Because I just, like I said, what Rich said, I really truly felt bad for her. Like this show, like she has nobody. Like I said, we can all relate to that. Losing people that you love, losing your kids, like it's tough, man.
Yeah, even Monica said it. Like if she had her powers, she would have brought her mother back. That was like her way of saying, like, don't feel bad about what you did, because I think, granted, if a lot of other people had the same kind of ability you did, that you have, I mean, they would have done the same thing. So it was kind of a way of trying to not make her feel so guilty for taking over these people's minds for, I don't even know how long she had their minds taken over for, but,
We still not know about that?
Well, remember that in the one episode they said by the early 2000s, like the early sitcoms, the Modern Family episode that, or whatever episode before that, they were like, oh, it's been like 7 days or 10 days or something like that. I have a feeling this whole thing took place over like
a week.
a week to 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah, because I was like, how are these people like staying, nourished? Like drinking the right amount of water, eating their fruits and vegetables. Like the one lady is like saying like she hadn't seen her daughter. Like I'm like, damn, like her daughter's locked in her room like this entire time. Like what has she been doing in the room? Like
Yeah, and like when I saw those people walking over to Wanda, I'm like, you should probably stay over right now because you know she kill you guys, right? Like, don't try
yeah,
to
she's
like,
choking them all out.
yeah, I'm like, don't try to like mess with her right now. Like, I get it. You're all like, oh god, but like, you should probably stay away from her right now. What will be your
Yeah.
last, step? She almost did. She
I
almost
don't know.
killed
There's
him.
a lot of people. There was a lot of people testing Wanda's patience to me in
That's
this.
what I'm saying. I'm like,
Like,
yo,
both
y'all,
like,
but y'all better fall back right now.
yeah, like the people at Sword, the people from the town, like all up in her like face about it. I'm like, do y'all not see like what kind of power she has? Like,
Yeah, you better
I
leave her
wouldn't be
alone.
trying to like push her buttons or rub her the wrong way. Like the guy at the front desk that wasn't letting her in because she needed access, and she's like, "No, I got it," and just blows the door open.
Mm,
It's like, do y'all really think you like stand a chance with your bullets to like
yeah,
kill like
and
Wanda?
yeah, and just a little side note too. Like, I want to say this last week. I can kind of see why on the early when I think it's episode 2 when that beehive guy or the beekeeper saw that sword symbol. I think after how they lied to her earlier, that's why she like, okay, I don't trust these people. That's why every time she saw that sword symbol, she saw it on Monica, she got angry. So I just want to clip a side note, but I thought it was also pretty dope how she transferred Agatha into like her past with all the witches and stuff like that. Like I thought part was cool until it backfired on her. I'm like, oh shit, they about to turn the tables right now. Like, oh no, they're going after you. You're the Scarlet. I'm like, oh shit, like shit's crazy. That was dope.
What's cool about it is like she used the same techniques when she took over the Avengers' minds. Like
Yeah.
when they first introduced her,
Age of Ultron.
like that kind of that creepy like mind control thing in the ear. I thought that was pretty cool how they did that in this episode.
Yeah, and then she turned the tables while using the same magic that Agatha used on her. I'm like, oh shit! You see, it's like she's a fast learner. She's a fast learner.
I mean, her powers are stacked because of the Mind Stone.
It just show how smart she was too. Like because that whole entire time I'm like, what is she doing? I'm like, why is she hitting her? But then I saw her missing, and I was like, is she missing on purpose? And then like the way I think that was pretty cool how they did that. Like how she turned the tables. I forgot what she called it. What is it called when she had those symbols on the walls?
I forgot what they were called.
I forgot
well,
what
they're
they was
runes.
runes. Yes. And so when they revealed them behind her, I was like, "Oh snap!" Like that. I thought that was cool. Like just because it kind of like she didn't even expect it. Agatha, because she's just thinking that she knew everything. She's like, you don't know any spells, and for her to flip that on her in that scene, I thought was like awesome because Wanda was like almost like a corpse, like dangling in the air, which was awesome as well. And her eyes was like going red. That was like pretty sick.
So imagine what she gonna do to Doctor Strange if he tries to stop her from accomplishing whatever she's trying to accomplish. Like
When,
I'm scared.
Yeah.
when the powers were being sucked of her and she was becoming like slowly like a corpse, did it remind anybody of Hercules?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
like he's doing this thing to save Meg, slowly dying, and then it turns out, oh no, he did a thing, and he's like, God.
It's heavenly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, or even the
Yeah,
scene when
Hades
she hits
shook.
her with the when she hits Agatha with the cart. I thought a Wizard of Oz with the shoes.
Oh
Yeah,
yo, the shoes.
that was funny. That
I'm
was a
like, yeah,
funny little touch there.
that was funny. So yeah, with the car, yeah, that was funny. There was something I want to say.
I just want to say in general though, I think this series and like this show did a really good job of like natural misdirects with like all their
man.
clues and with all like their little
Yes.
details that like could throw fans off. Like I remember in the beginning we're all thinking, oh, it's like aim and like with all the hexagons.
Yeah, she did say
And
aim. She did say aim too. Like, nope, they fucked us up with that. Like, it was good, man. Like, we didn't see it coming. Like, we all assumed that okay, she took Vision. She didn't took Vision. She like curated Vision. I was like, nobody saw that coming. Like, nobody did. That was very well done. And
Yeah.
you know, people need to respect, not just respect on. You need to put respect on Wanda's name, but you gotta put respect on Elizabeth Olsen's name. She did a
Mhm.
phenomenal job with this show. Like
Nailed it.
it was very well, and I've noticed like to the actor that played Vision is Paul something. I forgot what his last name was. It was Paul
Paul
Yeah.
Bettany.
Paul Benny, yeah. But Elizabeth, wow, like she
Yeah.
she definitely got out of her sister's shadow. Like
Mhm.
no disrespect to them, but there was a meme where it's like you see all three sisters, and in the middle Elizabeth is Marge, and the other two, and her other two sisters are the Marge's sisters from The Simpsons. I forgot what their
Oh,
names were.
shit.
Yes,
Oh
Oh, damn.
my
I was like, oh shit,
That's
y'all
fucked up.
disrespectful for real right now. But
That's fucked up.
Oh.
that is disrespectful for real. But honestly, though, I understand the Olsons had they were great in the past when they were growing up when they were kids. But your sister, she's the captain now. She's the captain now.
Yeah. She killed.
I'm
She
Mhm.
killed her. It's her time to shine. It's definitely her
like
time to shine.
it is, man. I think the phase one characters, well, I guess besides the Hulk and Clint and a little bit like Black Widow, they all had like their Thor is still hot right now, but like it's honestly like the phase two characters, and after like we're getting our fame now, and hopefully Falcon and the Winter Soldier gives these guys brings them up the light too, because I'm excited for that show, man. Like Anthony Mackie, I think he's going to do a good job. Sebastian as Winter Soldier, he's going to do a great job with that.
Yo, they want Sebastian Stan to play young Luke Skywalker.
Well,
Yeah.
fans have been pushing that for like years because there's been like those constant side by side like face swap photoshops, and everyone's like, "Come on, just do it, Lucasfilm," but they're like, "Nah."
Give him the check. Give him the check.
Give him the check.
That
But
would be
And it's
cool.
funny because even I think in a tweet too, because when this like kept spreading around the internet like wildfire ever since the Mandalorian finale, um, like even Mark Hamill was like, I would be proud of him to like be my face. like
Hey,
like
be my face.
That's pretty funny.
you getting props.
But you know,
I'm not saying nothing.
yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to go off of like what we're talking about, but just to rewind it back to I think Rachel had brought it up about the way that Marvel in this show has included like a lot of things in a very well done manner. As far as because after rewatching some episodes, I noticed in the one episode where she's talking to Pietro at like the little downtown fair on the Halloween, like the Halloween fair.
mhm.
Um, the movie theaters like shows like the best playing is The Incredibles and the so how do they do that? And then if you look at the last episode where they're standing in the middle like as a family,
Mhm.
it's literally the same thing as The Incredibles like final scene where they're about to fight
Mhm.
whoever. And I thought that was like a cool inclusion. And then also like obviously the twin kind of situation with the parent trap.
Yeah.
So
It's a bunch of Easter
Yeah, I
eggs
yeah.
picked
right
up
there.
on that one.
Bunch of Easter eggs.
I
So
also
for
think
the
it was really cute that to go about the actors doing a like great job with the show that they had there's a behind the scenes I think video or was it just an article? I don't remember where I saw it. But they had to do like almost like sitcom boot camp to like to be taught like the mannerisms, like the tone of voice you use in like the older shows
Oh
back
yeah.
then. So like it's
yeah.
like a whole different attitude and like it's like I think funny that they had to go through that to like basically learn the era of like TV.
That was awesome.
Oh, it
It was
was
great.
great. It was great.
I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed at Pietro that fail. Mr. Boner, Ralph Boner.
Yes,
Burn.
Ralph. I was like, that threw us off right there. It's like, oh, so it's creation from Fox. Some dude named Ralph. He just got
Right, like I'm sitting here, I'm sitting here ready for a multiverse bomb to happen by the finale. Like I'm thinking it's gonna be like an all-out brawl and some crazy shit was gonna happen, and Doctor Strange was gonna be the big cameo at the end. Like
Well, the whole
I'm
thing's about
waiting.
Wanda. They wouldn't bring Doctor Strange to
Mhm.
take away from that.
Yeah, true that.
I think I
That
think I
would've
think
taken
I
away from
think
it.
Derek's been like I say he's the most disappointed out of everybody right now. He
I
wanted
think he
so
is.
much more. You
I
set
wanna,
yourself
I
you
wanna,
s-
I
you
wanna
set
cry.
yourself up for this. You set yourself up for this, man. You got no one to blame but yourself. You got no one to blame
Shut
but
up.
yourself. But well, we still have a lot of stuff that's gonna happen this March. Well, I mean, for me and Anthony, me and Anthony, we talking about this. I don't know about you guys, but well, I'm sure I'm gonna get you guys together again for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But me and Anthony will definitely be talking about Justice League. Comes out on the 18th. I understand y'all don't care or whatever like
Mhm.
that. She farted on that. She's like, "Oh, let me just shit on this right now. Let me just shit on this." But me and Anthony will still
I
talk
don't
about
blame
it.
you.
We'll still watch it. We'll still talk about it.
Yeah, I
And
don't blame you for that.
yeah, I don't blame you for. I mean, I'm not. I mean, can't be any worse. It can't be any worse.
Can it though? Can
It
it?
can and it will.
It can
it
just because
can't
of
be
how
any.
of a disappointment Wonder Woman 2 was.
Oh God.
1984. So yeah, it could
You put
definitely be
it,
disappointing.
Dean. Okay, we talked about we shared this movie before, but 1984 basically feels like a Mad Libs where someone just like had blanks and like a generic storyline and they just filled it in with like
Oh my god. Yeah, let's not discuss that. Yeah, let's keep it
yeah.
on a WandaVision situation because yeah, Wonder Woman is out. And she's out right
She
now.
out. Gal Gadot is out the window,
Mm.
and I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back
Yeah,
to Wanda.
she's definitely to me she's definitely the good Wonder Woman, but yeah, they just gotta erase that one out of their pages of DC right now.
Like
Okay.
it never
Okay.
happened. It never happened.
Yeah, like yeah.
Back
Yeah.
into Marvel though. So I said I think so. Like I guess I know we already discussed about this, but like I guess we'll go around the room again. But like overall, I thought it was a very great show. Characters, story. After not having any Marvel for 2020, this definitely I'm like okay. Now I got Disney Plus. Now this is the reason, most of the reason why I got Disney Plus was for these shows right here. So like now for the rest of the year, like I'm set for my Disney Plus. Like I am set. I already know that some Pixar movie just came out just now, but I don't think I'm trying to pay $30 just for an extra movie right now. Like yeah,
I'm up in the air about paying for Raya right now.
You only
Yeah.
have to wait 2 months though on Disney Plus new movies. Like if you just wait 2 or 3 months, I think it's 3 months that they're on there for like the extra money, and then after that it's just put on Disney
It's
Plus for
free.
free.
Is
So I mean, if you could
Is
just wait the
Mulan
3
free?
months, I think it is now because
Yeah,
it's
it's free
been
now.
yeah.
But say like
hmm
what? But here's what I don't get is that I saw Soul was for free. Why didn't it not make Raya for free? Like that part I don't get.
Because they knew they would probably make more money with those movies versus Soul, because Soul is like an oddball. A lot of people are gonna want to pay to watch this, like extra. So like they're
It's
going for
such
the
good.
Soul was
Yeah,
good
Soul was one of the most like as far as like a breakout movie.
It was deep
Yeah,
too.
it's
that was
pretty
one of
up
those
there.
kids movies that like the message was like more for the adults and
Yep.
like but they just like hit it in a kids movie. They were just like
Yeah.
hmm
Parents will take their kids to see that shit and be in that motherfucker like, damn.
that movie hit me hard though. It's like as a creative person, I know the struggle.
Yeah,
hmm
man. Disney get deep. Disney always gets deep. Disney
You
always gets
always
deep.
wonder. You always wonder how we came to be. Like how are we differentiated like in such a way, and then just like out to life because they
Are we
can
getting into like a
successfully-
psychological podcast now where we get into
Nah,
Oh yeah.
it's
This is
just
what
that
Disney
in
does.
China,
This is what Disney does to everybody right here.
it's just that in China they cloned a dog, right? They cloned the dog, but the dog had no dog characteristics. Like it didn't bark, it didn't do nothing. It walked around and shit, but
Animal
like it
cloning has been out. That is a real
doesn't have a
thing.
soul. Like, how do you give it something to distinguish itself? That's crazy to me. Like, so that movie hit. I was like, damn.
Oh, someone did like a TikTok that was sad. It was like, what if when dogs pass away, they get reincarnated into another dog? And then that's why sometimes when you're on the street and then a stranger's walking their dog, the dog's like super excited to see you for no reason. It's because they used to be your dog.
They knew you.
Yo,
And I'm like, why? Why do you
Right.
have to say that?
you got put there. I seen that with a couple of people. Great, I don't have a dog. I'm allergic to dogs, but I've seen that shit.
I'm a cat person.
Well, I like cat
Dogs all the
girls.
way.
I like cat girls. So I
Ew.
mean, like, you know,
Of course you do.
yeah,
What a
man.
weed.
Right.
Hey, it's all because of Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman. It started off for me. Ooh,
I
that
bet
started
She's
you
off.
not
got
a cat
samurai.
person though.
I
She's
bet
like
you've
a
got samurai
costume.
sword somewhere in your
No.
room.
See, what I mean by cat person, I mean like, you know, girls dressed up as cat people. That's what I mean. Like,
I
like
know.
that. Yeah, I know.
I'm
I know.
imagining like
By
those
that.
weird anime characters that are like half cat, half person.
Oh
Inuyasha.
yep.
Shit.
Yeah. Maybe you watch the anime lifestyle, Rachel. You would know. You know anything about that for your superhero
No,
ass.
He likes
No.
he likes fan
sorry. That's
service.
like I've tried. Believe me, I've tried in the past watching those shows. I just can't get into them. It's not my style.
But
What,
no,
the
I know,
harem?
but like I like any cat cosplay. Like I said, Catwoman, Black Cat, Cheetah, anime girls that are cats. Like I like cheetah print shit. Like yeah, I like all like the cat shit, man. Like that's my kryptonite.
Freak ball.
If I see a girl wearing like some cheetah print outfit or leopard, I'm like, yo, like kryptonite
So
right
any
there.
strip club ever.
This is kryptonite.
It's my kryptonite, man. Like, whew. Yeah, good
You
times.
just told on
And
yourself.
now anybody with Scarlet Witch outfit.
Yeah, that'll be add on to that too. It'll add on to that too. Yeah, when cons get back open up, like, that's gonna be the next thing that's gonna trend. It's gonna be Wanda's
Oh yeah.
costume.
Well, it
It's
depends.
gonna be
It
the trend.
depends when cons come back because it depends what comes out from now
Right.
until the next con because it's gonna be like a whole mix of random shit now because it's like no one had the opportunity to show off any of their stuff for the past like 2 years.
2 years.
No, they got OnlyFans to show it off now. They got OnlyFans to show that off now.
And I'm sure you buy it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I just wonder. I just what's the girl that played Scarlet Witch? Like, I'm thinking about just her hand movements, like when she's doing her powers, like
She's
the
a
way
real
she
fan.
like kind of like you have to kind of practice like that. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to do it in my hand right now. I'm like, that's not really easy to do. Like the way she was doing it, like
Yeah.
and but then like to do that and then like see yourself on like the screen and be like, damn, I look pretty dope. I look pretty cool.
And
Yeah,
talking.
nah. She's a Scarlet Witch fan. She said like she did an interview where she's talking about the entire House of M story. That's why I was thinking that this show was gonna do something crazy, like something that would break the internet. But
Yeah.
I really do everything I hope they're gonna do. I want this to be some shit people are gonna be like, yo, like they really took this to another level. Like they're talking about this being in-game big.
It should. I mean, I think that they've done a great job. Like the amount of people talking about WandaVision and like are interested in WandaVision. I think they definitely nailed it. You know, if you go back months ago and like they announced like, okay, we're gonna have a WandaVision show.
Nobody was talking about that shit.
No,
I was excited for it.
That'd be pretty cool.
I was
excited
excited
you're a
for
comic fan.
But people didn't
you're a
know
comic
about the
fan.
WandaVision relationship.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if you just watch the Marvel movies and you just seen their relationship, and then they're like, all right, we'll have a WandaVision show. People are just like, should I watch this? Maybe, maybe not. But then when you actually sit down and watch it and you see like everything that was put into it, I think that really was like, oh shit.
I think the
Wow.
Right.
trailers just really throwed people off because they were like, "What the hell is this?" Because they
It was
just see like these
weird.
weird, like funky, like comical old TV show look, and they're like, "What is this?"
Mixed fire.
That
Is
made
this
me.
they think that's the whole show. Like even my dad was like, he likes Marvel movies and stuff, but he was like, "What is that?" He's like, "I keep seeing commercials for it. And it looks so weird." And I'm
No,
like, "Just watch it." I'm like, "Just
that
watch
got
it."
that got me. No, that got me more interested. I'm like, okay, there's gotta be a reason why they're acting this way. Like,
Right.
it got me really curious. It's like, yo, like you said, we're not gonna give you the typical like bang, 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 explosion. We're not gonna give you some Michael Bay. We're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna make you think like, okay, what did I just see? What is going on right now? Because this isn't a show that I was expecting. Because clearly, I was not expecting that type of show. So I'm like, okay, why is it like this? It got me intrigued. Like, Disney's smart with their shit right now. They're not gonna give you the whole typical same old shit. We're gonna give you like, okay, like, well, Falcon and Winter Soldier, you kind of expected something like that. Well, WandaVision, you weren't expecting that shit at all in the trailers at all. So I thought they did a phenomenal, great job with that.
I
Yeah,
think this
nah.
show showed you the type of Marvel fans there are because I've had some friends who love all the Marvel movies, but then they watch this and they're like, "Oh my god, it was so boring," and like I didn't understand like why. But I'm like, so you can't you're not interested in mystery. You just want to see like big
Exactly.
action scenes and things blow up. Like,
Go watch a Michael Bay movie then.
Right.
Hmm.
Go watch a Michael Bay movie then.
and
Yeah.
you can't comprehend anything that involves like more emotion. Okay.
Right.
I'm not
Like,
granted. Everybody has their own opinion. I get that, but your opinion is stupid and it's wrong. I would say that like it's stupid and
That'd
it's
be
wrong.
me.
Like
well, there's
just say
people
it.
that like get the show but just don't like it, and then there's people who like just the show went completely over their head. Like it just woo. Like
I don't get it, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
I respect everyone's opinion, but you're just an idiot though.
That's why
Yeah.
that's why Disney did what they did. Remember that YouTube video I sent you?
Oh yeah, did y'all
Yo,
did y'all
the
see
bull
the whole
bull
Disney
dead
takes over
serious.
taking over Netflix or let's take them out? Y'all should go see that video. You probably seen it. It's hilarious.
Mhm.
Yo, everything this nigga said in this video, straight facts. And this is before the pandemic and everything. Like he he's talking about basically why they pulled all of their content from Netflix. You know, the
mhm.
Netflix dude walks in and he's like, did we is this something that we did? And he's like, no. You know, over the years, you guys have given us the infrastructure to basically take you out. And Netflix is like, what? And he's like, yeah, we're basically we're basically gonna destroy you. And and,
Mm.
and he's like, we're Disney, Bob. We have the money
And we
and
have to
we have
pay
the
shit.
people. Like,
I'll run this company. I'll run this company to the ground. And oh, it
I'm
might
like,
take.
this company
And
is a long to
it's
take
like
you
it
out.
might
I
take
was like,
decades. It might take decades. But we'll be the last one
Yeah.
stand. We'll take over Amazon, YouTube, everything. So it's enough, but Disney. And then
nothing
I think
but
You know
they're just
what's
talking
you know what's
smack.
funny about
I
this
think
whole
they're just
Disney
talking
Plus thing?
smack.
The funny thing about this whole Disney Plus thing is like they announced their platform and everyone went batshit insane. They're like, "Oh my god, we need to start having our own streaming, and we need to blah 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 blah." But it's like they
Mm.
don't get why Disney Plus makes sense versus their shitty small networks and their crappy collection of shows.
and that's why they're
Mhm.
Because Disney owns so much shit now that it makes sense to make a whole like category thing for it. Like
Yeah.
and place
and it,
everything in one spot. But like all
and
these
it
like
hit
Paramount Plus is like the most retarded thing. They couldn't even come up with a creative name.
stupid.
They just
whoa,
copied
whoa,
Disney
whoa!
Plus
You
and
can't
did
say
Paramount Plus.
retarded. You can't say retarded. Can't say that word. It's gonna get canceled. It's gonna get canceled. You can better
Oh,
not say
it's
that word.
stupid. All right.
Dude,
But like
Dis-
so they have their shitty collection of shows and like barely anything on there. Then it's like you have these other
I think it's CBS. It's pretty much the CBS All Access app.
but everything has there's Paramount Plus, there's Peacock,
AMC
there's
Plus.
Yeah, it's like I think Peacock is only like trying to hold its ground because I think it has all of The Office on there and Parks and Rec and
Yeah,
Modern Family.
and Charlie Brown's Christmas,
And
motherfuckers.
Disney will acquire them all.
Yeah, and then there's a part two to that video when you see Disney struggling. So that Netflix like, oh, you need help right now? Seems to be struggling, but then later on, it's like, yeah, I got complete control over it now because due to the pandemic, I know how many people have streamed media now. It took us we hit our goal, which took y'all years to get right now. Oh, don't worry, you better from this pandemic too. You think people are gonna watch Tiger King if it weren't for this pandemic? Like, come on, guys. But no, man, Disney.
Yo, he goes in.
He goes in.
It's funny because it's facts. Because as soon as Disney Plus hit, everybody else tried to follow suit. But like you said,
like Rachel said,
not everybody has the content that Disney has. They have an entire library, a plethora of information they could go back on, and people would be hype about it. When I saw the Proud Family and Kim Possible, nigga, I was like, sign me up. But
Our family, yes. So
yes,
I screamed.
yeah,
I was hype. I was like, yeah, like
smart guy.
what?
yeah.
Listen, all of it. I will binge all of it at a loss of my time.
Shut up and
But
take
that's
my
the
money.
thing. But that's the thing though. Like, so I'll just tell you personally, me, I have Disney Plus, Netflix, and Discovery Plus right now, right? And those
Discovery
and
Plus.
and HBO Max. Discovery Plus basically gives you like HGTV, like Magnolia Network, like things like
Basically Animal
Mystery
Planet,
ID,
Discovery
Animal
Channel.
Planet, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like that
Natural
stuff. Like,
Geographic.
yeah, I like that stuff. So I watch a lot
Same.
of those shows. So I'm good with just those. You know what I mean? And I have HBO Max. Now I think if you have HBO Max, like that's smart because
No.
HBO, like, as far as movies and TV, they got, things like Young Justice. They got, the DC stuff.
Even the recent Judah and the
I
Black
don't
Messiah, like they have good movies that are coming out on that platform. I mean, they have Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
movie. Space Jam's coming out on that platform. Which, by the way,
Yeah, can't
I
wait for
like the
that.
images that I saw. Very real.
Not Lola Bunny.
She's not sexualized. Oh my god! It's like, yo,
Oh God.
they're trying to cancel that.
gotta
They're
stop.
trying to cancel Dr. Seuss. They're trying to cancel Eminem. It's like, tell you, man, the cancel culture. Y'all better be making money. Y'all better be making they don't make any money. They just want to see you fail. That's their payment right there.
Yeah.
Seeing you fail.
Cancel culture.
I just think that Netflix was always gonna have a light. Like they're never gonna. To me, they're not
be
gonna die
fine.
out.
They're
other
gonna
ones
be
are gonna-
fine.
It depends because
The
like
other ones are
I
gonna
feel like
die out.
their content is like just getting crappier and
Going
crappier.
down.
Because like the
Right.
more of all these like different streaming platforms are pulling their stuff off of Netflix, like Netflix is struggling to make their own content. They're pushing out so much original content every month, but like half of the shows are complete shit, or like you don't even like,
Yeah,
or
you
like
ain't
they
seen
end,
you ain't see
or
the
they,
Fast and the Furious show.
or they like
The animated
cancel.
Fast and
Oh
Furious.
God, what? I mean, but even in that video, Disney Plus is like, how long are you gonna keep with the Stranger Things? We're gonna grow old and grow tired of this shit. You can't be doing the same shit all the time. Like, you gotta adapt somehow. And like you said,
Yo,
We got a-
Sabrina,
I didn't
got a
say
job.
Sabrina, bro.
say what?
Sabrina.
Like Vin Diesel always said, we got another job.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, I don't have Netflix, so I wouldn't know. But like, I think they're gonna be around. I mean, they might not be as great as they once were, but like they're gonna be around. I mean, especially when you still have
Yo, they got Vampire Diaries. They got the originals.
I think Netflix needs to stop chucking like 100 items at a wall to see what sticks strategy, and they just need to focus on like creating actually good content, but like fewer amounts of it to like actually focus on making good stuff because they have so many shows that ended after one season. So it's like, so why even bother watching it? Like,
A friend of mine does screenwriting for Netflix, and he said they basically buy anything.
Well, they're gonna buy.
Unbelievable.
With Disney Plus going on right now, they'll buy anything to be a
Yeah,
conversation.
nah. This is what I'm saying. Because I was gonna visit him last summer, but COVID. So I was like, that would be hot. Like that sounds
I
cool.
think.
Shit. You want
I
to talk
mean,
about
I think that
original?
I think Disney Plus need to fix their layout of the apps and things though. Like it seems like it's in like beta form. I mean, it's not.
It is.
I feel like the
You know what I
categories
mean?
aren't as fleshed out as they should be.
They're not. They're
Yeah.
definitely not. They like the whole the screen, like the menu screen, needs to be a lot better. But
And
I
my,
think this
if
is
you
the beginning.
compare the presentation of Netflix stuff compared to Disney Plus, you're like,
Yes.
Netflix kind of got it a little bit in that
Yeah.
realm.
But Netflix had time. Disney, they still Disney Plus still young. Let them
They
work
should.
out.
They didn't learn.
They've learned, but
It's
it's
been a
like
year
they
now.
Disney's gonna figure it out.
It's been a
they
year now.
jammed. But let's be real. They jammed all that stuff on the one platform, and God only knows who the team is that they hired to flesh out the apps, the system, the layout, and all that shit. That takes a little bit. And while they do have the money, I doubt they put that much effort into it because, like you said, it's pretty much in its beta form. Like they still got a lot of work to do. I'll admit that, yes, but
Yeah.
they gonna fuck that shit up. They gonna kill it.
But not to change things up. I don't know if any of y'all saw Coming to America. I heard that movie was just
Oh
garbage.
no.
I heard that movie was
Oh
garbage.
nope. We're getting
I'm not
way too
talking
far
about it.
off for Wanda now. Now we're getting way too far off WandaVision. When
Wait,
you
I
It's
mean,
start
already
talking
10
about
o'clock,
coming to
man.
America
it's already 10
too,
o'clock. Yeah.
I
Work
nah,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
want to
I heard
talk
we
we,
about
got work
anime.
tomorrow too. But no, no,
yeah. Let's just say
you're right,
let's say we heard that was a disappointment. We heard it was a disappointment,
Anthony.
and yeah.
No, but I mean, like I said, once again, I want to say thank you guys for always, showing me. Started with me and Anthony, then it went on to me, Anthony, and Rachel. Then Derek was our last guy.
Yep.
The fan enthusiastic right there was our last guy. So, like I said, it's gonna be awesome working with you guys for the future. I mean, I guess we'll be on a 2 week break until Falcon and Winter Soldier comes on because I'll be the next Disney Plus show we'll be discussing. Now I understand, Rachel, you're still in the progress of moving.
We'll see. It's still shaken down, so we're not in the process of moving yet. So we got time.
We got time. Awesome. So I mean, so overall, like I said, before we go, overall thoughts. What do you think's gonna? I know we said this again, but like, what do you think's gonna happen in the future with Wanda, and I guess in the Doctor Strange movie?
I think we've said it pretty good. She's gonna try and get her kids back, fuck shit up, make an accident. Doctor Strange be like, "What the f? Let me fix it," and then
I don't,
Tries to fix it.
I don't get paid enough for this shit, guys. I'm the source of I don't get paid enough for this shit. I always gotta save you guys.
I'm still new.
God dang.
I don't know. I don't like Doctor Strange's attitude. He's kind of a
Well,
dick.
he was always a dick.
He's always a dick.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Even before he got his powers, he was a complete
Right.
like
he has the attitude of like, I'm not so much of a dick, but I'm like this at the like I know of all time and things.
Yeah,
I'm smarter than everybody.
why-
that's why it was great. It was great.
him
It was
and Robert Downey Jr.
that's
would butt
yes,
heads.
exactly. Yeah,
I
and the
love
character in the
this.
show.
I get it. Like when the Hulk was trying to change, and Iron Man looked at the Hulk and he was like, "Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of wizards." I was like, "Oh my god!"
And then that was just unlike everybody, I don't work for you.
Right.
Those two, it was a match made in heaven with those two. But
Right.
Oh my God! R.I.P. Tony Stark.
Yeah. All right. So okay, Anthony, what's your prediction in the Doctor Strange movie? Or what Wanda does or whatever.
I got a few thoughts. I mean, I had a few, but I'm just like, to be quick. I think that I don't know. I think that like it's gonna start off like in a sense that he's going to be focused on something else, and there's gonna be like some kind of disturbance, and the disturbance is gonna come from Wanda, and that's going to get everything started basically because at the end of this, it really didn't give you much.
No.
So I doubt that they're just going to get into his movie and everything is like going to shit, you know?
No.
Or maybe it does, or maybe it is going to shit, and they're gonna like say, okay, so this would happen. She was up in this house, she read a page out of this book, and it was like shit went crazy, you know? But yeah, I it's either it's gonna start off slow and pick
Yeah.
up a little bit. But
Yeah.
I hope that they introduce it right though. I don't want it to be too rushed just to
That's,
cram into one movie.
Mhm.
yeah.
That's what I'm a little scared of because they have built us up to this point. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Derek, what are your thoughts? I'll go last on
I'm hoping that the events of this movie play out in New York. This way, the Spider-Man multiverse thing
mine. Fuck,
can
you
come
stole my
true
shit.
too.
I was hoping no one was gonna say Spider-Man. Fuck. I was gonna say. I was,
I'm sorry.
I was like, fuck,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Shit.
I'm just
I knew I should have
hoping that
went next. Fuck.
I'm just hoping that those events transpire there. That's really it for me. Um, I'm sure it's gonna be because Wanda and Doctor Strange come to a head. It's definitely, and she's gonna know that. She's gonna be the hell with it. Like if Doctor Strange isn't with her on whatever she's trying to figure out, or if, like you said, there's gonna be a disturbance and he's gonna go to it. I just hope it's there. That's the only reason why. That's it. I'm done.
No, I was thinking that there's gonna be a special ending with Spider-Man that ties into the Doctor Strange movie, but I'm like I said, I remember hearing rumors saying that Wanda would be the villain in Doctor
Yeah.
Strange, and she looked pretty villainous when she was in that book. It looked pretty scary. I'm like, oh man, are we starting to see Wanda turn villain right now? Like,
It looks
it's been
so
scary.
dope.
I mean,
Right. I like it.
it'd be dope too, but it's like, god dang, man, I went from loving you to like, we gotta kill this motherfucker. She out of control right now. Shit.
But it's interesting because when she left Monica, she didn't seem like she was in the headspace to say, I'm lying to you, but I'm gonna go to this house and become evil. So I don't know if it's just her reading over the book, and as she reads the book, she starts to understand just more of who she is and like just how much power she does have,
Yeah.
and
Or
then
maybe,
it's going to pretty much consume her.
I mean, it started off by taking Agatha's powers. That was the start. Like, it was the start of a dark path right there. I can only
That
imagine.
might corrupt her too. Taking
Mhm.
Agatha's powers.
Exactly, and that's why she might. That's why she might need to get Agatha to be like, I need your help.
I was
I need your
thinking
help.
that shit. I
I
was
need. I need.
like,
Let me turn you back. And I gotta be like, oh, you need my help right now. I tried to
yep,
tell you, but you ain't listen to me.
yep.
You ain't listen to me.
That
No
was
one's
it.
listening to me.
Yeah.
So, bitch, you on your own. I ain't got no powers,
Right.
remember? You stole my powers. I was like, how the fuck am I gonna help you? I can't do shit. I'm useless. And I just turn back into the nosy neighbor. Cause I ain't helping you, bitch. Kill me then. Yeah,
Oh,
no
you
one's
know
gonna
what?
help
Now I got a different thought on it now.
you.
Now, all right, now I'm screenwriting now. But no, I think that um basically she's going to unleash something uh more powerful than she is. And she's going to need Doctor Strange is going to investigate it, and I think she's going to because Agatha has to get back into this somehow. So she's going to have to go ask her for help because they do mention that she does give her advice and like she's kind of like
Our trainer.
not her trainer, yeah, pretty much. So I feel like she's going to get to like something's going to happen where it's over her head and like she can't control it like always, and she's going to have to reach out for help. And then I think it's going to lead up to Doctor Strange seeing her as like, okay, I think you might be more of a threat than like you realize. And then she's going to have that look that she's been giving everybody this entire season, like what do you mean like I'm a threat, like, you know, or like don't test me kind of thing. And I think
Yeah,
they're going to have like some conflict between each other.
yeah. I'm still hoping for Mephisto because the kids were saying, "Mom, help! Mom, help!" I'm like, where they say help because Mephisto is trying to like, could take what's his because you're all my soul partners. But that's a different story for different day. I don't want to say too much, but No, it's getting late right now. I gotta start. I gotta like do my laundry. Get
All
start
right,
getting to
and
bed
I
right
just
now.
I gotta do one shout out right now. Okay,
Oh,
the shout out is I did see inside of the episode before the finale, New Jersey stand up. I saw Trenton and Lambertville exit. Trenton is on the map, so I was so amped up, and I forgot to say it in the last podcast. I was like, "Oh shit, that's Lambertville and Trenton." So I appreciate Marvel for throwing us in there.
Shout out to Jersey. They did Jersey proud. They did Jersey proud. It's always been New York. It's always been New York. New Jersey's been a little brother, but the little brother is now
Yeah,
growing up now. So
Jersey's getting a lot of love.
shout out to Anthony and Eric for being from Jersey. And I like Jersey. I like Jersey. And a shout out to Ryder. That's where I graduated school from. So shout out to Jersey and all you Jersey women out there. 'Cause y'all are fine as hell.
We try.
Sorry, no, but no,
The
man. Once
Trenton and
again, guys.
Lambertville.
No, once again, guys. One thing, guys, a lot. I really do appreciate it. So until our next Marvel show, we get together for Falcon and Winter Soldier. So in 2 weeks, we'll take a little break. So as always,
Sounds
guys,
Right.
good.
y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe, and hopefully we'll be eating our mint ice cream soon because Rachel didn't want to eat ice cream today. The whole goal is have our
Hey, you
own
know
ice cream.
what? Hey, I
Have
ate
my
the
ice
ice
cream,
cream the night I watched it because I was
Exactly.
super
See?
sad.
But you would have
Yep.
been more sad. We're talking about the episode and be like, oh god, let me get some ice cream again. But maybe it was good because I did work out this morning, so it probably would have been a good idea to be eating ice cream when I did legs today. So that probably would not have been a good idea. So I guess you kind of low key saved me. So I guess I kind of do owe you, but I don't feel like saying it right
Cheat day.
now. That was my
Right.
cheat day. Cheat day was yesterday. I had Popeyes.
Cheat again.
Oh my god. Oh, that is the worst cheat too. Yeah, go ahead.
Right?
Yo,
Jesus Christ.
Popeyes is a godsend, man. I love these Popeyes.
Those biscuits for life.
Oh, they dry as hell, but they good as hell though. I'm a
What?
typical
What biscuits you getting from Popeyes?
Right?
biscuits are they're good though. I'm not just saying they're
No, but
bad,
how are you getting them that they're dry? Because I
Don't they-
picked them up and they're like, they're buttery soft and delicious.
so your mouth does not get all dry. I'm sure you're like, let me drink some water right now.
Oh
Like,
no, that's because it's not because they're dry, it's because they're thick.
look at it. We got this white girl loving Popeyes right here, right now. Black culture is thunder proud.
Yo. He said it was thick.
They're buttery and delicious.
And they're thick.
Mm.
I could eat
don't
like
know,
probably
yeah.
a whole box just by myself.
The cheat day for real.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Shit there for real. All right, guys. I'm pretty sure y'all are tired right now. We all got work tomorrow morning. So, yeah, man, it's been a pleasure as always. So, take a 2-week break and that's it. See you guys in 2 weeks.
Alrighty.
2 weeks.
Yeah, y'all have a good night.
see y'all.
Bye.
All right, peace.
Peace.
See ya.